Hello, everyone. It's Dave Bondy. How are you doing? I have a special report for you tonight. Very interesting story coming out of Birch Run, Michigan. That is in Saginaw County, actually, the same county that I'm in right now. I've been contacted by several parents about a situation that they say is alarming at Birch Run High School. A parent tells me that they had a meeting with the high school principal after concerns that there was a boy, uh, transgender boy, that was being allowed to go into the girls' bathroom. The parent had concerns, talked to the principal at Birch Run High School, and that parent tells me that according to the conversation, the principal said that if the female student was uncomfortable, that she could use the bathroom in the office. This is a one situation that has happened over the last week, and it's caused concern among parents. I have reached out to the school district several times via email. I have emailed the superintendent. I have emailed the principal a day and a half ago, giving them a chance to respond to this story, and they have not yet done so. But I do have someone I want to talk to who has some knowledge about what is going on. She graduated recently from Birch Run High School. She still has friends there, and she's aware of the situation. Hannah is her name, and she joined us now. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. So you no longer go there, but you're still in the community. You still have friends there, and you're aware of this situation. Um, is that I don't know if you could hear me talking when I was off camera, but is that basically it? It all started because a boy or a transgender boy was
Yes.
using a girl's bathroom?
Yes. And it rose alarm to my little sister and her friends, all girls, that frequently, they use the bathroom every day. That's part of human anatomy. You got
Yeah.
to use the bathroom. And a boy walked in after them.
And I want to be very careful. And I'm, like I said, I have no opinion on this matter. I'm just giving the information. Was it a boy, or do we know if it's, and that's a private matter? It's just we know that it was a boy that entered a girl's
Yes.
bathroom.
Yes.
Okay. So your sister, the girls that were in there were obviously a little concerned.
Yes.
And okay, so at some point the principal or someone got informed of what happened.
Yes. I think one or two of the girls, I know my sister for sure, they went to him and brought this to his attention. And they said that if they felt uncomfortable, that they can use their staff bathroom in the office.
Okay. Wow. And like I said, I've given the school plenty of opportunity to go on camera because I want to be fair to everyone.
Hmm.
And I'm sure you do as too, and all the,
Yeah, yeah.
everyone wants to. What is the worry? What is the confusion? Because you just graduated, what, a couple years ago?
Yep, 2 years ago.
And you didn't have anything like this?
No, this was not even heard of. If a boy or a girl went into the other's locker room or restroom, you were suspended. This was never a thing.
Okay. So what do you know of from what you're hearing? What did happen? Is there a new policy in place? I think that's why a lot of the parents were upset. Like, if a policy has changed, they should alert everyone.
Yes. To my knowledge, it's the principal said that it was a state law and that the superintendent, a few of the parents had contacted the superintendent and they said that we'd have to go higher up to like Whitmer sending letters and stuff. Um,
Okay. And
but
and
that they're just following what the state's laws are because they're state funded. But there's been parents that have called other districts like Frankenmuth and Clio to ask if this is something that they follow, and they said no.
I know there has been new legislation signed in Michigan, protecting LGBTQ and so forth. I'm
Mhm.
not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't comment on that. I
Right.
didn't know that to be the case, though. I don't know if that's accurate, but I've been talking to some parents, and they say also that the protection goes always. The girls that were in there, they also need protection, right?
Right, right. I believe that, you know, every child can do whatever makes them happy, but to an extent. I don't believe that this should be allowed in schools. Not in
And
the school aspect.
Yeah, and you're not saying that this individual, whoever it might be, has any ill intention or any. We're
No,
not. You're not.
no.
You're not. In the parents I've talked to, they're not saying that. Are you the same way?
Yes, I don't believe that there is any ill intention, but I do believe that with time, I worry that it might become like an abuse of power. What if a boy who's actually not, transgender and transitioning, chooses to say, I want to be a girl, and is just doing it to do it?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why, because there is an option to use the unisex bathroom, the family
Oh,
bathroom.
I didn't know you had that. Like when I went to high school, we had boys, we had girls. Unisex bathroom. You're talking about like when I'm in the airport and I see like a family bathroom
Yes,
where.
yes, yes,
So
that
there's.
is available, and
Oh.
they still are not. They're not choosing to use it, so I'm a little confused on that too.
Hmm.
I
Huh.
believe that, granted that there is a law in place, I get that the school has to follow that, but I feel like they could make their own rule and have them use this bathroom, this unisex bathroom.
Was this something you ever thought you hear about it in
Mhm.
different cities, but Birch Run, Michigan, your school, is it what did you first think when you heard about this? You're like, what?
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts. Because I believed that it was, public spaces, grocery stores, or airports, or whatever. I knew that that would eventually become a thing, but I could never imagine it coming to a high school or even a middle school.
I've heard that someone had claimed that this might be happening at middle schools.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
This is a
not
whole
100% sure about that one. My
okay.
nieces do go there.
Yeah,
Uh,
but we do know you are aware of, and I talked to the parents for this situation.
yes.
So it's a very how do you handle this? Or you're not a parent, but you just graduated from the district. But what would you suggest to the superintendent? Or because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be speaking at the next meeting,
Oh
probably.
yeah. I
How do you handle this? It's a whole new.
I
Yeah.
it's unheard of, really. It's just all new, I feel like, for everyone, and I feel like as the superintendent and the principal, they don't want to step on any toes. They don't want to be seen as against the LGBTQ community,
Yeah.
which is understandable, but I think that they could put rules in place. Like, I don't think that these children should have a free for all which restroom that they use. I mean,
They,
these are minor children.
yeah, they should do something like to protect everyone and
Yes.
make everyone still feel comfortable. And
Mhm.
and you're brave going on camera because some people may say, "Oh, you're a hater, you're this," but I mean, you've said that before. You just want what's right for everyone to feel comfortable.
Yes.
Wow.
Especially
Okay.
with a freshman. I mean, they're 13, 14 years old. They're still learning themselves. I mean, being thrown into that kind of situation, um, like, I've heard a few stories. They're like, it sounds different. It's just weird, having a male in the same restroom as you, like, knowing that they're in there. It's just, it's a lot of anxiety, I feel like, that it's causing.
Yeah, should the well, I wish the school would have reached out to me because I'd be happy to interview them, but should they have reached out to all the parents and just laid it out there and said, "Hey, we have a situation. I know you can't name any names obviously for privacy purposes, but should they have just like maybe had a meeting with them or done something to let
I
everyone know?"
think a letter would have been great, just expressing this new law or policy that they are required to follow,
Oh,
and
okay.
how they are going to go about it. I think that that would have been appreciated,
Okay.
because now they're finding all these parents are finding out through their children.
And that's yeah, and that's not the best way because and I will say right now, I did not talk to the school and I was not there during any meeting, so I do not know. I'm only going by what I am being told by you and parents. I gave the chance for the school to talk, but it's a
Mhm.
situation now that does need to be um, talked about. And some parents said it's not a situation where they want to start yelling at each other; they just want to sit down and resolve it, right?
Right, come to some kind of medium ground at least.
Okay.
When I don't feel like any of us are asking for too much. I feel like this could be resolved all ways, not upsetting parents or making girls or even boys. I'm not sure if this is also an issue with females going into the boys' restroom. I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything, but I mean, parents of all aspects, and I feel like if they could come to a middle ground that wouldn't upset anybody, including these transgender boys, I think that would be fine. I don't see the problem with that.
Gotcha. And that's why I wanted to, have this on and have a discussion that just what's happening and things are changing in society. And this is something, like you said, you would have never thought you would have come across when you were in school, and you didn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, I went to school with a few transgenders. Went through the transition and they were great. They never ever asked one time to use the opposite sex's bathroom.
Yeah.
Ever. That was never a thing.
It's just, yeah, it's a new situation. Well, I will continue to follow it up. I appreciate you talking, and keep me updated if you hear anything. And hopefully, if I hear anything from the district, I'll put that out there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's Hannah right there that's talking. And, like I said, this is a story that you've been hearing from across the country that's happening. And now these reports coming from Birch Run High School in Saginaw County, Michigan. And I have not had a chance to talk to the principal and the superintendent. I gave them a chance. I emailed them yesterday, emailed them again this morning, and then this afternoon. I have not yet heard back from them. So just wanted to let all of you aware of what is happening. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I appreciate all of you for being here. Share this out with your friends. And if you have any questions, any news tips, please let me know. Just send them to me right here.